in the side, so here's another player who starred, Waterman, who was very good last week.
Long ball, Darling, but Kennedy's plucked it over the top. He's robbed Darling of the specky mark. Josh Kennedy being forced to wait for his opportunity. He works that one back beautifully. It's like he's never left.
Yeah.
Nice hit out from Witts down, but Venables trying to bust through the middle. Got the hands clear and got it up to Cripps. And now West Coast out the back, Kennedy. And infringed upon just before the start of the season. Back a little bit earlier than expected. Wanted to play in the milestone games with LaCroix and Natanui. And he's helped himself to 2 goals. Awkward spoiling attempt by Thompson and Rischitelli. Gaff threw it across to Venables, but free kick for over the shoulder, and West Coast will take full advantage of it as well as Kennedy walks into the open goal. Stop. They can just work the numbers here, the Eagles, and Josh Kennedy will get on the end of it. He's enjoying his return to football. He's got 4.
Well, it's amazing sometimes in this game.
Forward line now for the Eagles. Wrestling is Kennedy. Too strong there for Martin. He dropped the mark, though. Time to recover for Josh Kennedy. He looks up and he puts it through. Josh Kennedy, 5 goals on his return.
Both the young players, but they've played as good a footy as anybody. They lost to Sydney, obviously, in a tight one in round 1. But they've played as consistently as anybody in the competition right now. Port Adelaide, they're the only side undefeated at this stage, but nearly dropped the game last week to Brisbane.
Take the mark, Rioli living up to the name with a deft touch. Darling gets it closer to goal. Kennedy kept afloat and kicks it. Quick answer from the Eagles. That's what he does so well.
Kennedy, let's just watch this. So, no, Sam Rowe commits to it, doesn't have an impact on the contest. How often do we see Josh Kennedy just be able to sweep up the cruns? He's very good around goal. He's got a good snap kick to him. Well done.
Kept his feet beautifully.
So Josh Kennedy gets his first. Carl a bit stiff there. I thought they might have got a couple of free kicks. The tackling and the intent was
up. Got Marston on the move. Bounces kindly for him. Ignored Jetta. Goes inside. Kennedy, who just needs 1 goal to become the greatest West Coast Eagles goal kicker of all time. Sumic on 5-1-4 right now. He lines up. He likes it. And a history-making moment within a history-making moment.
He's been an unbelievable full forward for a long time, Josh Kennedy. And
Rioli's working hard. Got there, spilled it. Time to spend it wisely. And does spend it wisely. The pass, Peter Sumic is the greatest West Coast goal kicker of all time earlier in this game. Fremantle landed a couple of blows early. West Coast have gone bang-bang in response.
Oh, Connor!
Heads to the pocket. Good option, Kennedy. From the pocket. He likes it. He loves it. And with 7 minutes left.
A great mark taken by LaCroix, and it really opens up now for West Coast. They've got 3 down there. They just need to work it out, and Kennedy finishes the goal.
Moment, just slicing and dicing by foot.
And a free kick here will be paid. And Josh Kennedy. He looks for the great start to this second quarter. It's going close to the post, but he sneaks it in, and Kennedy kicks his second. Might actually favour Shannon Hearn on the bounce. And then he wobbles one inside 50, but it was always on target. Straight to Josh Kennedy. It was in the game. Copped a nasty knock to the hip earlier on as well. He very rarely misses from this position. Kennedy's got 3, and West Coast continue on at the start of the second half. Through Duggan, who spots Rioli.
Pretty clever skill there from Liam Duggan. It's all starting to make sense for him, the game. I reckon he was a bit lost at various stages last year.
Go back and line up for another. This run from just beyond 50. A pretty good connection. Has it got the legs? It does. Kennedy's got 4.
Ainsworth's kick is on the way. He tried to just put it out into space, wasn't going for goal. Cripps tracks it down, turns inside out, gets it to Kennedy. That is brilliant.
really works hard, so you've got to reward him with a good kick. Bad luck.
Left it behind, and Hearn's soccer was clever into space. Little chip for Kennedy, who gets the big arms extended.
Nailed shut yet. They're about to put polyfiller around the edges of it.
He's playing second fiddle to Jack Darling, but he's playing his role, and that is the sealer.
Like that, the Richmond coach's box.
Intriguing start, inserted by Duggan. Kennedy is threatening. At the back, Darling, he's the informed man, but look at them work together. In tandem, they are such a dangerous duo. 6.
It was the inside kick, the 45 kick that opened the whole game up there. They really hemmed to this side of the ground, the near side, but the kick from Hutchins inside, the handball give, the long kick, bit of a chaos ball, and then the forwards make it up as they go. It's great play. Term Yo responsible for 2 of them.
Crowd were delighted with it. A long bomb inside 50. Grant standing tall. Darling recovered the best. Shed it with Lacroix. No, it was Kennedy. He gave it to in the end. He snaps a goal.
He's tucked away in the pocket. Kennedy! It was as if Waterman had eyes in the side of his head. He knew exactly where Kennedy was. And he will kick his 3rd goal. And this game has swung again. And Kennedy rams it through for his 3rd with great glee.
Coast, and they're cashing in on the dominance of Nick Nat, who's just come for a break. So now it goes to their secondary ruckman line.
Burton missed the ball, should have been a free kick. Doesn't matter, they've got it as Yo bangs it long. Darling takes the mark, handballs off, Kennedy the open goal. He doesn't miss. And the Eagles are away to a fly. Knocked out of his hands, said the umpire. Rioli, oh, that's the deft touch.
Mistake by James Sicily.
So Kennedy's had 1 open goal. This is his first shot at goal from 51 metres. It's a belter of a kick. It is an absolute ripper. He's put it through, and the Eagles have kicked.
Hand off to Hutchings. He heads wide. Kennedy. And he was manhandled and gets a free.
Can't extend the arms. The umpire's looking for that.
The stage is set, and the big guns love the big stage.
Archie, fumbled, but recovered. Got it away to Cripps, who just poked it in the direction of Kennedy, who used the body and the strength to push off and take the mark. Pushing away from Gresham. West Coast have started well, and Josh Kennedy adds another one.
Mopping up at ground level as well, and poor old Jade Gresham found himself 1 out against Josh Kennedy and did his best to try and find a way to halve that contest, but he was never going to be able to.
Looked up, he wanted to go wider to the boundary, but it's great vision because Kennedy leading straight up the middle. Josh Kennedy, a mixed bag from this position. That one's got the legs. It's a goal. Govan, no free kick, he'll send it back inside 50, and Kennedy will get another opportunity.
I'll repeat inside 50s.
Josh Kennedy has had a lot of shots from this position through his career, and he's got that one. 3 goals for Josh Kennedy. Hey, got just in front of Phillips, ball still alive. Webster took them on. Great tackling by the big full forward, and he'll win the free kick.
We'll have a look at it again, no doubt.
And you can see all the St Kilda players remonstrating with the umpire.
The ball actually broke his fall.
Yep.
So that was why the umpire paid it in that way. But
it was a big tackle right on the edge. Josh Kennedy, and he just sneaks that one in. 4 goals for Josh Kennedy.
He missed last year with injury.
Eagles dominating the contested marks as well. Kennedy tried to flick that one over the back, and he's going to get a free kick here. Josh Kennedy. 3 goals last week. 4 goals, 1 so far tonight. Doesn't usually miss from here. He steers through another one. He's got a handful. 5 goals for Josh Kennedy. I was waiting for the fudge sliders. Rioli up to Kennedy, not the 15. Called a play on, so he wheels around and snaps it over his shoulder anyway. That's his 6th.
But it is enthralling. Don't be fooled by the scoreline. Kennedy!
Contested mark. That's a great mark. He's flown it at least 6 or 7 tonight with a lot of numbers around, and that's as strong as you'll get.
He kicked 5 goals in his first game of the season. That was in round 4. Before the bye, 6 goals. getting back to his very best, and the West Coast Eagles have the opening goal of the game through Josh Kennedy. Here and then Yo just took it away. Here they come. Goes not quite for home. Spots Kennedy. And now we could be back to 3 goals beaten.
Plenty of space there. Must kick this goal.
1-1 from Josh Kennedy tonight, and 1 into the man on the mark. He stands, he delivers. It's a
Delby with that one, kicks it high inside 50. The big guns are flying, and the umpire has paid a mark to Kennedy.
Straight back in, and Kennedy lost his match up in war, gets a shot on goal.
Josh Kennedy has done enough.
Loose behind the footy. They've kicked their 2 goals, West Coast, with Shannon Hearn without a man at half-back. Now, I think it's fraught with danger because he sets up so very well and can dictate, but I just wondered, do you even that up or do you go with it? And I'll get your thoughts on that in just a second.
On the game, if he's having an impact, well, you've got to equalise.
This man, isn't it, made the move already. Howe is now on Kennedy, and Kennedy is still taking marks.
No, he's just been working pretty hard, Anthony. Needs a little bit of a spell.
Here's the Kennedy kick, and it is fine, and what a response from the Eagles. They've kicked 3 in a row.
The contest and just getting that ball going forward. So what West Coast have changed is they're just getting into their one-on-ones, and you've got Kennedy v Howe. Howe is a great defender, but when you're getting one-on-one, you can actually really expose him. So West Coast have changed during the quarter.
Able to take him down and bring the ball in for Rioli. Anything's possible now, Rioli. On the turn, brilliant kick to Venables. Got McGrath to the right. Kennedy in the goal square, waiting, and job done. The Eagles are back in front.
Converge through the middle. Jenner sends a long ball, plenty of carry on that kick, and Kennedy in the pocket, options inboard, goes himself, and he plays against the Bulldogs and kicks goals for fun.
Shallow entries on top of 50 or in the back of the square. The way the Eagles are set up,
Game 7 for him. Venables gets it to the one-on-one with Darling. Now they're both holding each other here. So the umpire lets it go. Kennedy a little poker. He adds another.
He's had 8 already in this 3rd quarter. Now a good chance. Venables has been quiet and he used it well from the pocket. Takes a step out. There's the goal the West Coast needed.
Oh, and he's a long kick.
He does exactly that, Richo. Here comes Kennedy! Wow!
It's forward of the footy. He's got a great leg, got that little bit of extra distance on. Goldsack was right there again, like he has been all night. But he had the sit, and he timed it that time, Kennedy.
Big plays from Darling, from Yo, and now Kennedy. They're going to need it. What a set shot this would be if he can stick it through. The crowd will tell you everything. Listen to this. Ouch! The ground. Smith, Oliver, dangerous place to handball the footy, but Jones makes it work. Lewis, speak about dangerous handballs. Chopped out by Kennedy. First blood, West Coast.
You see that pressure there, just forced that loopy handball.
Here we go.
Just got in the face of Geordie Lewis, and that is a good start for Josh Kennedy.
Overlap running from Jenner.
Kennedy.
Sticks it to Kennedy inside 50. No, he in fact checked it to Venables, who slides in. Kennedy just held his spot and kicks a goal.
Redden got around a little too easily there. Time to go in the Kennedy direction again, and this is getting really ugly. You know the Magpies will be sitting back at home. They are locked and loaded, ready to go, and they'll
15 goals.
be sizing up both sides, but at the moment West
Just did there, he checked that lead once and timed it beautifully.
just a semi-stutter on that approach. Makes good connection. Oh, he drifts it home. 3 goals to Kennedy, 6 unanswered West Coast.
Sure, Richmond go deep into the first half before they kicked a goal last night. It's looking a bit similar, look at that. Kennedy's been enormous.
Yeah, but look at the work his teammates did, JB. We saw that last night with Mason Cox, his teammates blocking and allowing him to get a jump at the footy. He's going to mark it as well, so just great team play.
It's for 4.5 for Big Josh. Magnificent.
And just as Grundy looked like he might get a free, West Coast go inside to Kennedy. And he's been paid the mark. No advantage can be taken from the mark.
Just here.
So Kennedy will line up from 30.
Advantage shouldn't have been paid to Luke Shuey because the umpire out of area paid the free kick to Shuey all the way back at the stoppage. It should have come back. It has to come back. Instead, he was able to play on, get it in quick.
So Kennedy around the corner here. 30-metre kick. They've got two in a couple of minutes. They're back in business here, the West Coast. Strange time. Handball from Redden. Sets the Eagles an opportunity with Kennedy, and just like it did in the first quarter, yes, to get them within a goal.
And you can see Mason Cox running down. Is he going to stand on the mark? I think he might be going down to the goal line.
No, he'll go to the mark.
Yep, Treloar start.
They have kicked 4 of the last 5. Directly in front, a 45-metre kick, and it's close, tight, coming back, got it. Eagles within a goal.
That's a monster goal. Missed the first shot of this game, and Collingwood went on a run and kicked the next 5 goals. But his team, they believe now, they're in control.
Yo got it forward. Darling tapping. Darling again, gives it to Ryan, and then Ryan's little kick is a good one to Kennedy, yes! He's kicked 2, he's kicked 3, he's got 3. What a game of footy.
Oh, it was a good kick by Kennedy for his third. 5 goals in 8 minutes in the last quarter. Oh, it's a